And hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the second season of Nation's Perspective. Oh my god, I cannot believe that we are here. You guys have asked and asked and asked, and I received and I provided and provided and provided. You understand? But welcome to the second season of the Nation's Perspective, guys. Our previous season was amazing. It was fantastic. We had some of the greatest faces. We had amazing conversations, controversial conversations, and you guys absolutely loved it. So you know I had to double it. But welcome, guys. And as you guys can see, we are back in this beautiful space. Different sitting, but beautiful space. We are back at Peachy Bar at 44 Stanley, and this place is filled with vibes. It has got great food, it has got amazing drinks, and this is the place you want to go, whether you want to go on a first date, chill with your friends, or whatever you want to do, boo-boo, you can come right here. And today, for the first episode of this season, I don't even know if I'm worthy of introducing her, but we have got the amazing actress, casting director, MC, production manager, content creator, daughter of the legendary families Matsunyane and Fergusons, mother of an amazing, beautiful little boy, Ron. We have got the amazing and most profound Lesedi Matsunyane Ferguson. Welcome, Mama.
That's a lot.
You're the multi-talented, huh? You said multi-talented.
Now that's actually a lot. Hearing it back out loud, it's like, damn, that's me.
I did all that. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you for
Happy New
me.
Year.
Compliments.
Compliments, man. Compliments.
Bathong.
Bathong 2023.
Kiri how?
Hi, Bathong. Welcome to your 30s.
Oh my god,
Oh my
guys.
What is it about or what?
It always baffles me that we're 2000.
But I'm welcoming you to your 30s. Nothing.
No, it baffles me all the time. Like, I'm just like, damn, you're really young, bro.
Girl, and you're young at heart. Jokes, all jokes.
That no fair.
You know I've got mad luck for you. But welcome to the Nation's Perspective, Mama.
Thank you very much for having me.
Joining us. Thank you for joining us. You're the first guest. You're starting us off with a bang. With a bang.
Let's go.
You and I were having a conversation earlier about how this year has been for you. How has this year been for you? What have you been up to? What are your feelings? What's your vibe?
It's been slow. It's been mad slow. I mean, it's been slow since, we finished shooting the movie, which was like end of October.
Oh.
And it's been almost existential in the sense that, when you wake up and you've had something to do every day for like the past 6.5, 7 years.
Yeah.
Now I wake up and I ain't got nothing. And I'm like, what do I do? I feel like I should be doing something. But what?
I get that.
So like, there are times like obviously you'll be lazy and you'll chill in bed, and I'm not exactly a morning person, so like anything before 9.
So I'm sure you're enjoying this.
I'm enjoying it up until like they get to the point where I'm like, no, babes, I feel like you are not living up to your full potential right now. What are you doing? Should you be writing? Should you be creating something? Should you be creating content? What do you do? And then at the same time, I'm just there like, no, I have been doing everything for the past 7 years.
That's what I was about to ask.
I'm taking the time to rest. It's a very uncomfortable rest, but it's definitely necessary so that when I come back in,
you come back in with a bang.
Full throttle.
That's nice. I was about to ask you the same thing. That do you not feel that from the overstimulation from all these previous years?
Yeah.
This time feels like it's just like you should be relaxing, but you're so used to being overly stimulated that you don't know how to balance relaxing and working.
I don't know how to balance it. I've not known how to balance it for the longest time. I mean, even when, I was still doing production and casting, it's either we were just doing the one production, the main production, which is the telenovela, or I'm doing that and our series. So it was either I was busy with like one big thing or the big thing and multiple other small things. So I mean, they weren't really small. So I was always here.
Working.
I was always here.
But I was going to say, like, with me as well, I sort of had like a very big overstimulation with being in school. So since I've been an adult, I was in school and balancing the career thing. And then last year was even worse, which is when you and I properly got to properly meet. So guys, just in case you don't think Sadi's good at her job, she constantly she's twice But yeah, so then that's really something that I think is easy to fall into. But I think we're gonna be good, man.
I think we'll be good. It's just also like fighting that thing in your head, like you have to be doing something, and it's just like actually just take this time out, because when this time leaves, then you're gonna wish you had it.
It's gonna come
so,
at you like
yeah. So I'm taking it one day at a time.
Nice. So Miss Ma'am, we have a bit of a icebreaker.
Okay.
In this segment that we call #cancelled. So #cancelled is basically I'm going to ask my beautiful guests to give me an unpopular or controversial opinion of theirs, and you guys are going to get to decide whether or not that opinion deserves to get them cancelled or not. So
you want me to get cancelled?
No, but you listen. I think you've got media training. I think you know what not to say. That's gonna get you cancelled. Do you know you can't make everybody happy, man?
I know. And I've already shaken a few tables.
You know, no publicity is left. I'm joking.
Not in this country.
Not in this industry.
No.
So what is your #cancelable opinion?
Followers does not equate to talent.
Ooh, okay.
Coming from a casting background,
okay,
and from a performance background,
okay,
because I'm a performer first before I was a casting director.
Yes.
This thing that I don't know who started it, I don't know if it was Hollywood or whatever, but this thing of casting someone just for the numbers and their followers, in the sense that it'll bring that audience to the production.
To the show, yeah.
No, guys.
It's a no, guys.
I feel like our audience in general, as the world, as planet Earth, we're a lot smarter than that. Whereas if you're gonna have a story and you're gonna have people that are going to be enacting the story and have like actors, you can see where someone is like a fish out of water. So to hire someone just based off of the following that they have, it can work if it's just like a guest appearance and they're playing themselves.
Yeah.
But if you say that they need to play a specific character and they're not really performing,
they don't have training or anything,
you can smell it a mile away.
You can see it from the arrival.
Yeah, and you're just like, it was like, no,
my friend, this is not how things work.
According to it, off.
Okay, personally, I don't think that's cancelable. I agree.
Okay.
I fully agree. And the funniest thing about it is that when I first got casted, there was a lot of questions about like, did I get casted because I'm following?
I know.
I got a lot of those questions, which for me made me feel like I need to prove myself more. Right?
Absolutely.
Because for me, at least I knew that I could stand on my training. Like I've been trained since I was young, you know? And I can stand on the fact that this is something I've always wanted to do. It wasn't just the thing where I woke up and I was like, let me go on TV.
Right.
And you know, so the nice thing about it is that it made me have to work hard to prove myself.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it gets tiring when you've been trained and you've gone to school to have people question your ability to do a job, and also to have now people who don't have any training or respect for the craft.
It's the respect for me.
It's the respect for the craft.
The training I can see.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not like we go into an audition and we're like, hey, here's my degree.
Yes.
They don't care about that. I've seen talented people without degrees, no form of training. Maybe they did a school play, Ning in high school. Be mad talented. So it's not even about the training for me. That you can learn on the go.
Yeah.
But if you don't have respect for the craft, we're gonna have a problem, because it shows.
Yeah, you need to have respect for this craft, I think, because it's not an easy job.
No,
that's the thing.
And you're as good as your last performance.
Yes, exactly, and you need to have discipline.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna get on set and something does not work your way, and you think you can throw a tantrum, that's gonna be the last set you'll ever see in your life. And I'm so glad that you said that that's your opinion, because that was what I wanted to actually speak to you about in context to casting, the new age casting, right? Which is influential casting, followers casting, pretty privilege in casting, because I know pretty privilege has always been a thing, but as of late, I don't know, it feels very, very heavy as of late. Like there's certain characters that are casted that I already know when I get a description, I'm like,
and what's funny is you and I auditioned for the same part a few times.
Yes, we've literally auditioned for the same part, and we're both like, why did they?
How did we? Okay.
Yes. And the thing is, I have that perspective just off of as an actor, you know, and I can imagine for you as a casting director who's inside the whole operation,
both sides of the coin are flawed.
Exactly.
They're very flawed because as much as, yes, I do have autonomy over who I can cast, there is still other higher powers than me that I need to answer to.
Yes.
Apart from it just being my producers, I also have to answer to the broadcasting channels as well. And you'll find that they will then spin and be like, no, actually we want this person because they think it's going to get them a bigger audience. And you're like, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Because here's our story. You've commissioned us for this story. So this story has these characters. These are what the character's going to be doing.
Yeah.
This is where they're from. Based off of this, and the choices they're going to make, this is what they need to look like. You can't then tell me, whilst I'm doing my job, that actually we need them to look conventionally pretty because that's what's going to sell. You'll find actually, no, that's what's the biggest hindrance.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Especially in this time and age, a lot of people are very big on, we're a generation that's very big on millennials or Gen Z.
Yeah.
We're generations that are very big on representation.
Yes.
And we've had many scandals that have happened before where it's representation, but it's not the full representation.
It's almost like, you know, for example, I'm saying, I want 2 eggs sunny side up, right?
Yeah.
But I'll get my eggs, but they'll be scrambled.
Yeah.
They're still eggs.
Yes,
but it's not what I asked for.
But it's not what you asked for.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. And I think the only issue with that then is that it's sort of difficult when you're in the industry.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you know what, I have no hate for you. And I respect you, and you know what, you're talented at what you do. But I understand the argument that's being given A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So yeah, but I think for me the biggest thing, and when I saw your video on Candace's show,
yeah,
you guys better go check it out. It's Candace,
the 5-minute call.
5-minute call. When I saw your episode and I saw that specific clip, I said, girl, trigger warning, baby. Trigger warning, baby.
You know what? I didn't expect that to be the main problem for the video.
And you know what? I'm so glad
because I got the reel the day it was launching, and I'm like, oh damn, this is gonna get people talking.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're ready for that conversation.
But I think we have to be, because I literally saw that and I said, you know what, you and I have had those conversations multiple times about, you know, being casted and whatever. And I've had many instances where I've been told, like, you are so perfect for this role. But I've had something as crazy as you're too tall. And I'm like, but you guys get my pictures. You get my height. You get the dimensions.
You've seen my brief.
Why do you call me if it says 1'7"? Why am I here if I'm too tall for the whole situation? So I think it's just a really crazy time to live in, because it's also something where it sort of makes you slowly detach from the not the love you have for your craft, but it
just becomes very discouraging.
Yeah, it becomes very discouraging.
Because, and I mean, there were times where I even felt like it's so hard to love a craft and to love an industry that doesn't love you back.
Exactly.
So what do you do in that moment? And then it also kind of then gives you that little demon in your head, like, are you sure you can crack it at this? Are you sure you're meant to be here? And that's a tough one to fight. Once that one gets in, it's a very tough one to then kind of let go of. Yeah.
But do you not then feel that, and I mean this might be a bit of a rowdy one, but do you not then feel that to some extent also the briefs of characters play a part in this problem that we're constantly facing? You know, there's certain briefs that have like she's the pretty, this, she's the, like just certain words that are very idealizing, and it's sort of like okay, you sort of look at it and you're like for example, there's briefs that I've gotten that have said innocent looking, pretty soft, whatever, and I'm like, pretty okay, I can, you know, I'm an actress, I can make it happen.
Yeah.
But I have an idea of what you're looking for, and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna give you my best, but I automatically as an actor tell myself like, innocent looking, baby faced. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's, you know, so does that not sort of add to the problem that we're facing?
You know what I think it is? I think where everything stems from story to begin with, right? And the type of stories that we put out, I mean, as much as, yes, we've become a lot more modernized, we're still watching the same story in different mediums.
Yeah.
Be it in a series, be it in a telenovela, we are literally still seeing the same story kind of happen. We already know there's 3 main stories that could happen. It's either, you know, one has the patriarch is dead, the woman must rise up.
Yeah.
And she's got a family, and
or
she has
Romeo
those
and
things.
Juliet, love
or
and war.
a Romeo and Juliet type of story, or even these ones where we're now kind of breaking into the rom-comish type of section, but we're still seeing the same characters.
Yes.
No matter what the story is. So I think once we can get that sorted, and once we can also make our characters a lot more three-dimensional,
Yeah.
then and only then can we then move away from the aesthetic of what it's supposed to, or what the story is. Because the story is on paper. It's up to us to then kind of put it into a medium and to then deliver with the performance. But so if the story is solid enough, the look of the people, not even like of the entire production as a whole, because there is production quality, but the look of the people then won't be so, we won't lean towards that so much in order to make the production work.
I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that you know what, I can actually really respect that, and I know I've had a conversation with a certain industry friend of mine.
Okay.
Where I sort of had this conversation, and the answer given then, which goes into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, was at the end of the day we all have the same 24 hours. So that is a saying that I feel. Yeah, that is a saying that in what world? That is a saying I personally, have lots of opinions on, because there's a lot of the times the people who do say we have the same 24 hours are people who come from a point of privilege.
Yeah, It's I detest that statement.
Yeah.
I really detest it, and I'm speaking from a place of privilege, and I detest that statement.
Yes, same.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all have the same 24 hours, but A, we do not have the same circumstances. We do not have the same discipline. We do not have the same goals or dreams. So obviously things are going to be done in different ways. So for it to then just say we have the same 24 hours, what you're saying then is that I have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. But that's Beyonce.
It's also just very discrediting to the people who work hard to say you're not working hard enough to get where I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's and there's so many other factors that aren't considered during that time. It's like, yes, we have the same 24 hours, but there's only so much I can do. Especially in an industry where most of us are waiting for a call to get a job.
Even the legends are waiting for a call to get a job. Yes.
Exactly. Or even if you're going to look at it from a producing standpoint, we're waiting from calls from channel to say, yo, you can do this for
ahead
us.
with this. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether you're in front of the camera or behind the camera. Essentially, our industry is waiting for a call. There's a big saying in our industry, hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Literally. And you know what the other thing is with this saying is that outside of our work and our industry and what we do you not feel that it's sort of... So there was a trend on Twitter, right, of a young girl in her classroom, and she was basically going on about her expectations towards her partner. So basically, in short, she just basically said, like, if you're gonna want to take me out of my house, you have to come and pick me up. You have to. She was in high school. I don't know how old she is, but you're gonna have to come and pick me up. You're gonna have to make sure that you take me to this restaurant. You're gonna have to. Do you know whose child I am, right? And there was a whole conversation that happened on Twitter, and the biggest one was that the people that a lot of the younger people are looking up to sort of only sell the good.
Yes.
Right? Which sort of also adds to that we have the same 24 hours because it's like, I'm 22 and this is my life. And so I have the perception that when I get to 22, I should also be, and
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 24 and I'm dating a 28-year-old, even 29, even 32.
Yeah.
And this is what my man is doing for me. He's picking me up, he's taking me on dates, he's buying me flowers, he's this, he's that. And so now you're 16 and you're like, okay, but
that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Indodamas.
And honestly speaking, I think with that whole situation, I think it's okay for young ladies, especially young black women, to have standards on what they expect romantically. But I think it's very important to adjust it to the era of your life.
Apart from that, in you having standards, you also need to make sure that, and this is going to sound so high value male podcasty, but
I think I know what
if
you're
you're
going
gonna
to
have
say.
standards, you need to make sure that you also live up to someone's standards as well. You can't expect something and not be able to give something back.
Yes.
So if I'm going to say, yo, I expect this to be done for me, A, B, C, what are you also going to be doing?
Yes.
What are you also bringing to the table? Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in a sense like you have to, you know, submit fully. No. Just like, apart from you expecting this out of a relationship, what are you also able to contribute? Be it not even financially, but like
just as a person.
Like, are you compassionate? Are you kind?
And
are you respectful?
Yes.
Are you intelligent? Can you hold a conversation?
Are
you genuine? And not just look at it like, yeah, our love lives here, boyfriend Olympics, and just post the good. Because what social media has done is, especially the photo one, we see the good because it's the photo app.
Yeah.
But we'll hear all the think pieces on the bird app.
Yes.
Right? But then we'll also say the most outlandish stuff on the clock app.
Yeah.
So and what is life?
What is going on? And the other thing about it is that I'm very big for the love that you want, you need to be able to give yourself.
Yes.
The life that you want, you need to be able to give it to yourself. I'm not saying that you must be able to buy yourself an LV bag right now. But I'm saying that you need to have a standpoint. What you want to receive, you need to be able to give.
Yes,
you need to have a standpoint of, I work hard to treat myself.
Yes.
If you, within yourself, cannot have the financial discipline or just discipline in life in general to take time and make things happen for yourself, you're not going to attract somebody who does that for you.
Yes.
Because naturally, they're going to see you then as somebody who can't, you want things that you're not exposed to. So they can give you the smallest things and they'll be like, you should be happy with this because you don't even do that for yourself. I'm not saying that you need to buy yourself a car. I'm not saying that you need to buy yourself flowers. But I'm saying as a woman, as a lady, as a non-binary, as whatever it is that you identify as, you need to love yourself because what you are is what you attract.
Exactly.
You know, so I think a lot of the times where I saw that video and I said, one, I think it's foolish to constantly do this thing of blaming people's very interesting mindset on influencers and content creators and public figures. That's not my child. I'm here living my life. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and be like, you know what, let me not say what I expect from a partner as somebody who works hard and is in my 20s or my 30s. As a grown woman, let me not say what my expectations are in a partner because they might be a 14-year-old who's gonna have the same expectations.
Absolutely. But I think also because of our generations, we're actually two different generations. Me as a millennial, I knew this conversation was coming. No. But I mean, this is where we are sort of alike as millennials and as Gen Z.
Yes.
We are very visual. We are both very visual generations.
Yes.
So information doesn't really process to us unless we see it.
Yes.
Which is where social media became a very big thing. So literally we saw, and what we saw we then aspired to, but without realizing that that aspiration had other conditions that we did not get taught.
Yes.
You know, and even in our teachings and in our experiences in life, we're all going to experience different things. So because we experience different things, we're going to expect different things. So if I've experienced someone who was literally the bare minimum of bare minimums, and I said, I deserve better than that because I know what I can bring to the table, I know what I contribute, I know who I am, and I know how I love. I deserve better, and I can then say, yo, I've worked to be this person. This is actually the standard I need to hold myself to.
Yes.
Not for anyone else, myself.
Yes.
Whereas it's different to where you're looking at someone getting 200 roses and thinking that life is nice, but you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on outside of that post.
That is literally what I was
You'll find
saying,
that post was taken either 2 minutes before or after she cried her eyes out. You don't know what's going on.
You don't know it. And that's the thing.
It's a frame.
That is the craziest thing. I was telling my my younger cousin, right? She's 16.
Yeah.
And I was just telling her, and I was saying, she was just telling me like she's going on a date with this guy, and she's telling me she has a life, A, B, C, F, and G. And I said, one thing I will tell you is that a real adult relationship, and I don't even know that, all of it like that, but a real relationship when life is going on is not rainbows and teens. It is not easy.
It's not easy.
It's the smallest things that you need to work on. It's the smallest things that you guys need to improve on together. And it's also things like, are you in the space of your life where you are ready for the love you want?
Yes.
It's so important to ask yourself that, because a lot of the times we know what we desire, we know what we want.
But are we ready for it?
Are we ready for it? Have you healed? Have you worked past certain things?
Yeah.
Have you sat with yourself and actually had some sort of personal introspection on the roles that you play in your previous relationship?
Exactly.
Because now you're sitting in a position where you say, I want this out of a partner, I want this, I want this. If he's not going to give me this, I'm not going to have it.
Right.
And you have to sit and be like, what am I willing to give?
Yes.
Because what you don't
at what cost?
At what cost?
Yeah.
What am I willing to be patient? Am I willing to be understanding? Am I willing to be graceful? Because a lot of the times I think we tend
we're missing a lot of grace.
We lack a lot of grace in relationships, and especially in dating and situationships and fights and all of these 7 million things that happen that I just
talking
don't
like just
we're just talking 3 months later. It's a situation.
I think that's the one part of relationships that I don't like. Is back in my day, Jesus Christ. No, but like
she said that with so much volume.
She makes me feel old now. No, but what I'm saying is, when I say back in my day, I literally mean even in school.
Yeah.
Like, it was so easy. You liked someone, they liked you. You talk about how y'all like each other. Yo, do you want to go out? Immediately that means you're dating. Now, you can shoot someone, like you can shoot a shot in the DM, go out on a couple dates, chat to them 24/7, and then when you start expecting relationship things, then you all of a sudden get a story. What?
But you're not my girl though. I will bite you. I will bite you. You know that kind, the one that does I will bite you because
let's fight.
What are you saying to me?
Let's fight. You're calling me baby. You're sending me good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening text.
What are we talking about?
Red heart emoji. Red heart emoji. You know how many colors of hearts they have? You sending me the red heart emoji. You sending me roses and all these things. We're getting it cool. We're getting it popping. We're spending money. We're going on dates.
You're spending money on me.
Wholesomeness. We're having video calls, bruh. You're seeing my life. I'm seeing yours. And then you want to turn around and then hit us Jordan.
Once. Once.
Let's go.
Because there's absolutely no way that we're doing that. And I think for me, the biggest thing is that, what are we talking about for 2 months? Internet dating has...
Because I see the thing of getting to know someone.
Yeah.
But even in you getting to know someone, you have to have an intention behind it.
By the 3rd week, you know
thanks
where you want to go.
Yes, and be like, I'm attracted to this person physically, sure. I'm attracted to their personality. I can see myself being with this person.
I like that.
Then you need to make that decision and be like, you know what? I want to see where this goes.
Yes. And I always say that the people with the most opinions on how relationships should be and how relationships are people that actually aren't in relationships.
That's why
people that have actually never been in an adult relationship.
That's why I shut up after a while.
Yeah,
because I've been single for too long. So I'm speaking from a place of I've got peace.
I've got peace. No, because a lot of the times there'll be things happening on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anything honestly that'll be like, you know, it's okay to share your opinion. I mean, I've shared my opinions on partners and I've gotten dragged a bit for it, and listen, I say what I say.
Do you remember Culture Code?
Yes.
My opinions on Zulu Man. I even did now one on Candace's show where I was saying, like, if you're gonna shoot your shot, this is what you need to do. And I really said that out of humor because I know it's never gonna go down like that.
Yes.
But like, that's where we are now. It's either we're making jokes about it or we're gonna get roasted because that is our genuine opinion.
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing as well, is that there's so many things that the internet has created standards around relationships, work, career choices, parenting, and everybody has internet parenting.
Are you sure you want to go there?
Oh girl, let's get into it, because I'm not a parent, but there are moments where I see people's opinions on how you should be raising your kids and gentle parenting and talking to your child when they're screaming I hate you, and rather just like asking why they hate you, and your child is throwing iPads on the floor and you must pick up the iPad and buy another one. And the internet parenting is, you know what, parts of it is very progressive, parts of it isn't, as per anything. So thoughts, Miss Ma'am? Mahoro. Mahoro.
Mama Garo.
Mama Garo never.
So I don't take kindly to unsolicited advice. Be it from the internet or even be it from someone that I know. You do not know my situation on a daily basis. You don't know my child.
Yeah.
And I think that's also a big reason why I've kept Ro away from the spotlight as well. Also just for him to have like as normal a childhood as he possibly can. But also so that like you don't get to tell me what to do on how to raise my child. But look, there are tips, and obviously there's like some hacks that, you know, one can learn from the internet during like the whole parenting thing. I've learned a lot of hacks. I will take what's educational and apply it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And the thing about parenting, more than anything, is that it's trial and error, especially if it's your first child. So Rose, my only child, this is still, every single day is my first rodeo. I never know what I'm gonna get when I wake up or when I go to bed. And also, Ro is still a person. So as much as he's my child, and yes, I'm raising him to hold certain values and to be, you know, an upstanding member of society, but also he's getting to know me, I'm getting to know him. He's 7, but I'm getting to know my child.
You're both strangers. We're both strangers.
I mean, sure, I have the scar to prove it. You came from me, but you're not me. You're not me. You're not your dad. You know, and getting to see him grow and getting to see his personality, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and, you know, his talents, his vices, and him getting to learn me also. And I guess the blessing in me having had Ro quite young was that we're growing together. And even in that growing together, like, that's my boy, that's the homie, like, that's a really, really good kid. If he wasn't my kid, I'd love him still, you know. So that's the one thing that I try and hold dear, is the fact that I'm getting to know my son, he's getting to know me, and in getting to know each other, then we'll know how to speak to each other. Yes, obviously there's a whole gentle parenting thing, but with that there is also boundaries.
Yes, that's what I was going to say with the whole gentle parenting thing.
Gentle parenting doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries. It just means that you are communicating differently. Okay. Whereas, you know, some of the previous generations were either yelled at, knocked out, or whatever. Kicked out, you know, a whole bunch of, in this day and age, mildly abusive things that were toxic. Done. Very, very toxic and abusive things that I'm sure our parents and our grandparents to this day are still trying to, you know, heal from. So in us trying to be different and trying to break that curse, we then go, I wish I was spoken to in this way. So if that is your wish and your desire, you have to heal from that in your inner child, so that you know, once you have a child, then you're able to go, I'm gonna do what I wish was done to me. So instead of yelling at me, because I personally don't take kindness being yelled at. Instead of yelling at me, talk to me. You'll find there might actually be a reason why I'm doing this, or you'll find that because you're here, I don't have to go here. This doesn't have to be a fight. And it will be easier for me to listen to you because you're the calm one. If my emotions are already here on a 10 and then you come to me at a 2 and be like, Baba, calm down, what's going on? It doesn't mean I'm going to let you get away with murder. No, it just means that you and I are going to talk, and then I'm going to be able to bring you down so that once you're calm, we can then have a proper conversation, and I can discipline you accordingly. Wow. Wow. Okay, mama. Trial and error. I'm not saying it works all the time. Trial and error. It really doesn't work all the time, but we try. So, I think I had to set boundaries immediately, like in terms of being a mom and making sure that he's protected above everything else. Because even with the whole meme thing, the meme thing started as an accident. Literally, his dad and I were just posting pictures from what was like a family gathering of some point, and then, you know, there's that one where he's like, speaking, and it became huge.
I love his face.
It became huge. People from Finland, like,
what do you think his picture?
Yo, like, I had a friend who moved to Finland because him and I went to school together. And he contacted me, he's like, Dog, ain't this your boy? Is this not? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, we're using him in Finland, my guy. And I'm like, that's mad. That's crazy. My son is global.
That's crazy.
But then also with that, then the internet became weird. And that's when I stopped. And I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. Y'all are actually making this very creepy. And that's when, you know, it stopped.
But honestly speaking, I think we've got this. I think we've got this. And I really think as Black women, we're doing really well. And I think with all the things that we face and all the conversations that we have off camera, because some of the conversations we be having, we cannot have on camera because
we need wine.
We need wine. And if there's wine, we're going to get canceled. Not that we say anything problematic, but you know. You might say that. But I really just want to know from you, is there anything that you would like to say to anyone who's in a position where they feel that they have to live under certain expectations, certain circumstances, the things that we've spoken about being typecasted or just being predicted to be a certain kind of person, the way that we grew up, anything that you want to say to somebody who was like you and I, well, I'm still there relatively, but somebody who's in the beginning of it all, that's just like, I don't know how to navigate myself around the world's expectations.
Number one, be kinder to yourself. In this industry, it really isn't you. It's them. Which doesn't make it any easier, but I think we shouldn't always attach our self-worth based on the no's that we get. And I know that's the biggest thing for an actor, is not taking them no's personally. Because you're gonna hear a lot of those no's. To this day, I'm still hearing no's.
Probably more no's than yeses.
Yeah, absolutely. But having to then kind of have grace for myself and go, you know what, it's really not you, because you're doing everything that you can. You are talented. You are bringing what you can to the table. If it's not for you, it's not for you. There's nothing you can do about it. But just also, so then being kinder to yourself in that regard, but then also, disclaimer, I don't have all the answers, so please.
I don't have like DMing you like, I need advice. My boyfriend is just like, you can't reach my DM. You can't reach my DM. DMs are blocked.
Email me though. But
girl, your emails gonna be full of Dr. City
already.
Dr. City.
No, but like, on the real, guys, I don't have the answers to anything. I'm not gonna claim that I do. Just literally based off of my experiences and what I've learned. But a big thing is listen to your intuition. Our generations don't do that enough, and that might actually be the thing that will take you forward, or it actually might be the thing that saves your life. And in listening to your intuition, grow and learn to adapt to the times, especially because we're living in such fast times. It gets very difficult to know where your step is, but also in remaining grounded in who you are as a human being. Regardless of who you are or where you're from,
your status, your social
that's really like irrespective of that. And it's better to listen than to talk. Listen, observe, read the room. Read the room. Believe me, the more you learn how to read the room, the easier it gets to you knowing where you need to be. Because then you'll realize you don't need to be in that room. Nah, like I learned that the hard way.
We're paying you for these little ones.
I mean, you should, but no, but on the real though, learn to read the room, because then you'll know if you have a seat at that table or not.
That's even your table.
If that's even your table. Is that your restaurant?
Is this even your area?
Are you sure that's your office? So the quicker you can read the room, the quicker you'll know if that's where you need to be or not. And once you've gotten that skill, I wouldn't say it'll get easier, but you'll be a lot more equipped.
You're filled with the spirit of discernment, like
yes,
being able to discern.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, ma'am. Girl, you sure you don't want to take over? This might as well be your show. I mean, the city perspective, the nation's perspective.
Please don't give me ideas, hey. I have ideas. I'm actually starting something. I just don't know where the hell to begin.
This is the year when we make things happen.
Let's see.
But from me to you, I am so proud.
Thank you.
Of you. I'm so proud to be my sissy. I'm so happy I've gotten to know you. I'm so happy I continue to get to know you. I am so happy you've given me a chance. I am so happy that I am just genuinely in your presence and I'm able to have such conversations with you.
Yeah.
I think I feel very, very grateful that I'm able to bring you here and let everybody hear the conversation that you have with me.
Yeah.
I mean, can you guys imagine? I'm sitting there and I'm like, this girl is sweating.
But also, don't let this fool you. I have to do this on your show. I have to. I am most proud of you that in real life you do not wear the wig that you would wear to climb up a mountain to save your marriage. Because I need y'all to pull this up. If you look at Nell on the Queen and you look at that wig, you hate me. The fact that you let them do that, I need you to put it in. I need you to put it in, please. I would find that picture. I'll send it to you even myself. I will send it even me myself. I'm just.
I would have rather you guys ask me scope hold.
No, you would never.
I got a biggie.
But I'm proud of the work that you're doing, man, and I'm glad that in us getting to know each other, because I mean, we got to know each other through DMs, funny enough, and it was because I did something for you guys, or like a small Nyana campaign, and then from there, then we built this relationship. Yeah, this beautiful relationship, this sisterhood, and also being able to relate on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I found that was a little bit difficult with some of my other peers, you know. So I'm proud of you, man. You're doing so much. You are doing the absolute most, and you're handling it so graciously. And yeah, man, I'm gonna see you there.
And we're gonna see each other. We're gonna see each other.
I got no more water, but it's cool, Cheers.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you guys enjoyed having Sadie here. Gosh, my heart is filled with so much joy. I want to hug her, but we I mean, we can, but it's just going to go pop, 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 pop. But I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed the first episode. You set the standard high. I feel bad for anybody that's coming up to this. I'm joking. I love all my guests. I love all my guests. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me, man.
I love having you here. And I can't wait till we're on a talk show and I'm having you on my talk show.
I might have you on mine.
Or on yours. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, okay? Please do let me know all of your thoughts. Let us know if you relate to something that we said. Let us know if you would like to share anything of your own. And please, please, please do stay tuned for the other episodes that are to come, all right? It's going to be an amazing season. We have many more amazing guests lined up, and I know that you guys are going to love each and every single one of them. And from me to you, Happy New Year, compliments, and last but definitely not the least, subscribe to my channel for more craziness. Bye, guys.